2 words. There we go. Okay, now it's recording. See how it's moving right there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
What does that even mean?
It means that we can take over the world.
I don't think that that's what I would want. You know, Pinky and the Brain always talked about that. Well, the Brain always talked about it.
Pinky
He
and
said,
the Brain.
What was his
One is a
catchphrase?
genius, the other's insane. He called him an idiot all the time.
No.
So,
He said,
no, he
it's time to take over the world.
No. Pinky goes, say, Brain, what are we going to do tonight? He said, the same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Yeah, I don't think that I want that for myself.
You know what his problem was?
What?
Trying to take over the world.
What did Yoda say? There is no try.
Or do not. There is no try. So as smart as the Brain was, that was the problem. That's the reason why. He was always trying to take over the world. Just take over the world. We're going to take over the world. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Brain isn't manifesting right. But you're saying that you don't want to.
I don't want that for. I don't want that for me. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for anybody. Why are we taking over the whole entire world?
Why not just control your world?
First.
No, period.
First.
You don't have to take over the world.
Yes.
You take over your world.
Yes.
All right then.
Yes.
So, try to take over your world.
Somebody else's or me personally?
Going to take over your world.
Mine or yours?
You're taking over your own world.
Okay. Trying to take over my own world.
Your own world, that's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Therapy.
You ready to get this thing started?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, what's the word, everyone?
Hello.
How you guys doing today? My name is Joseph Bivens, and I'm sitting here with my spectacular, amazing, and soon-to-be traveling wife, Sadhana Jackson Bivens.
Hello.
We are in the car right now because Sadhana is flying away from us for a few days. So when she gets back, I'm going to record not even when she gets back. While she's away, I'm going to record a whole episode by myself about solo parenting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling myself.
Okay.
I'm not doing that, though.
Make sure you're going to have so much free time.
Yeah, I got time for that. Right. I have so much free time.
That you're going to have time to just do a break and have an hour-long discussion with yourself about yourself.
That's how crazy I'm going to be. I'm going to be like Gollum in Lord of the Rings. Be having a conversation with myself.
Precious.
Exactly. Going back and forth. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I am.
This is the earliest we've ever done pod. First off, I just realized that. It's 8 in the morning.
That's true. That's true. We usually do it at the end of the day when we have gone through our many things, our many ruminations. This is the earliest.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited about. I'm traveling for work, and I'm having to give actually 2 talks for this travel experience. And
where are you going?
I'm going to Arizona, which the temperature is going to be hot, but not
as hot as here?
Not as humid.
It's not as humid.
Yeah, it's going to be 96 degrees.
It's a desert over there.
Yeah.
There's no humidity.
So I actually look forward to that. And they have a little bit of rain. Anyway, so I'm going for work, and I'm giving 2 talks. One is a scientific medical talk, and the other is a non-scientific medical talk that I'm grateful for my executive coach who helps me along the way of this journey of being an executive professional scientist / physician. That was a lot. And I'm excited to give the first talk. The first talk is actually to trainees, people who are aspiring to be clinicians, or they're currently clinicians or researchers, and they're making their ascension, just like we're all making the ascension, right?
That's right.
To take over our own world.
There you go.
And I'm excited to give the talk because it's around what happens outside of the bedside of the clinic walls, and what happens outside of the walls of the laboratory, and how do you structure your thinking and your mindset around who you are and whose you are to be awesome. So that was really like fluffy and non-specific. This is the first time that I am giving a talk to this level.
On this subject?
I have, for lack of a better word, kind of tiptoed around this subject, but not so much this subject, to be specific. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be funny. It's going to be really informal and engaging. And I look forward to chatting with you about how it went. Okay. Because it's mostly pictures. I like to do presentations that are mostly pictures. Because I just want people to listen to my melodic voice and see the pictures on the screen. They don't need to read.
They don't need to look at you. But if they're looking at pictures, they're not looking at you.
No, they're looking at the pictures and hear my melodic voice.
And hearing your voice.
You know, Joseph.
There you go. That's it right there.
I knew.
Joseph.
Joseph. This thing right here. You remember from, what was it called? Wonder Years?
Yeah.
How there was this one science teacher and he would have them in a dark room looking at various scenes from science.
The one that droned on?
And he would say, was he science teacher or world history? He was like, boom, explosion. Yeah. Just real monotone.
He was also the teacher in Ferris Bueller.
Yes.
Bueller.
So it's like that. Bueller. He kind of a little bit got typecasted, huh? For being kind of a boring, monotone shtick type character.
I don't know if he's around anymore. I hope he is.
He's fun.
He's probably like Gilbert Gottfried, this dynamic performer.
Right.
But he did this one thing.
And then
because
they just got...
one thing, that was it.
Yeah, did Gilbert Gottfried do anything other than that voice, that iconic voice, like in his movies? And...
Once that voice got going, that was it.
Wow.
He didn't do any other... He lost his voice. His true voice was gone. I've heard him speak only once in his regular voice. It's like an interview for something.
It's like nobody really stuck with that. Nobody wanted him for that. Yeah, so it's important to diversify your portfolio in regards to your talents and your abilities. We all have multiple different abilities to be able to speak on leadership outside. The name of my title is Leadership Outside of the... I think it's Leadership Beyond the White Coat.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Yeah, Leadership Beyond the White Coat. And I think patient gowns. Leadership Beyond the White Coat and patient gowns. So that's just one of the talks that I can give.
Yeah.
And so it just makes me think about, I am in essence leading a workshop today for these trainees and excited to be able to talk about my experiences, but be able to help them reveal some things about themselves that allow them to be leaders and that empower them to become better leaders. So in putting this together, I just happened to also have a session with my executive coach this week. And so I talked about, and she was like, oh, I'm excited to hear what happens afterwards. Like she was excited for me. And she gave little tidbits of input. And she was laughing about what I had already put in the presentation. And for those that don't know, my mother was a social worker and she led workshops. And I remember seeing her get excited about what she was going to put in her workshops and how she would put things together. She led workshops solo as well as with partners. And I don't know the level degree of all the things that went into a workshop, but I know she prepared what she was going to say. She prepared what she was going to wear. She prepared for who she thought would be in the room and who she knew would be in the room. And now, some 20, 30 plus years later, here I am doing similar type of work, not necessarily in the realm that she did it.
Right.
Yet, just feeling some love around the commonality of the teaching and empowering aspect that she did as part of her job and her experience as a professional, and I'm doing the same. So
that's awesome.
yeah,
that's awesome. You're promoting growth within a community, especially a community that you love.
Yes.
Community of physicians, and ensuring that the next generation
and researchers, yes,
physicians and researchers, you're just ensuring the next generation is able to flourish and not be bogged down with the lessons, by learning the lessons that you learned along the way.
Yeah,
that's dope.
So I'll be sure to tell you, and I'll tell the audience. Hopefully it goes well. Don't bomb.
Oh.
One of the questions she asked me, she was like, "Now, how do you know that it goes well after these talks?"
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "What are your measures of, metrics of success?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Well, one is that they laugh at my jokes. Like that. That's important. I'm gonna laugh, but I expect at least one additional laughter." So I won't have to put in a laugh track, as I play it back in my head.
Right.
I mean, the person in the right, left, up corner, they laughed. This person smiled.
That person gets it.
This person woke up. This person woke up when the whole crowd started to laugh, clap.
That person gets it.
So laugh was the number one, and then 2 was some questions at the end, at least specifically for my scientific talk, and 3 was engagement. So I appreciate it. So it's one of those things where I appreciated that talk, or I feel like I resonated with slide 3 or something in the aspect of those.
Yeah.
So it doesn't need to be a standing ovation encore at the end. I've never gotten that. I don't expect to get that. Yet connection, I think, is kind of globally what I feel is the best metric of success.
That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. That's that Sadhana right there.
Oh, gosh.
That's that Sadhana. What did we say last week?
Sadhana vert.
Sadhana vert. That's that Sadhana vert right there. Yeah, that's that Sadhana vert. Connection. Aren't we all seeking connection? Right?
Some people are.
I think to a degree, all of us are seeking some kind of connection.
Yeah.
Whether it's with a human being or with something to tether us to the reality that we're living in.
Yeah.
So that we're not floating obscurely into a void of sadness and depression.
It got dark real quick. Okay.
No. It got real. Think real.
Thank you. Think real. So how are you? How are things going with you? What are some new things that you can speak about? What are some old things you can speak about?
Well, actually, I was thinking about it as we were discussing coming into the vehicle to record this episode, like driving. This is the road time version of First Off.
Drive time.
That's it. Drive time version of First Off. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about traveling away from family and away from kids, and I wanted your thoughts on that.
Me?
Yeah.
Like how I feel?
Yeah. How do you feel? Bye. See you, suckers. See you when I see you.
It's definitely not a requirement for my job. Yet I think that it provides more oomph to the job. And I feel like service is the rent we pay for living on this earth. I think
Who said that? That's a quote from someone. I can't remember who it was.
I think it may be Benjamin Franklin.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure.
All right, we'll look it up later.
We'll look it up later.
Technically, you could look it up now.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So I say that to say that I work for the government. Maybe my paycheck is not as large as someone who didn't work for the government and does what I do. That's for a whole nother podcast, for a whole nother statement. And I say that to say I'm giving back. Whether being a mother and giving back, being a wife and giving back, being a scientist and a doctor to give back, I feel like this is my onus. And so to be able to give talks and travel and be able to give these talks are, in my book, community service. My parents taught us from a young age community service was so important. And while I'm getting paid for this, it's part of my job, not any extra pay to be able to travel and give talks. It is feels like a personal obligation. So I am sad to leave my family. Like I gave the kids big hugs this morning and gave them kisses.
I didn't get a big hug.
Okay, I'll give you a big
I'm just
hug as I
playing. I'm
walk
just
out the
playing.
car.
I'm just playing.
So I'm sad to leave them, and I think it's also important for them to see me leave in a professional sense of growth.
And they've also seen you give talks before,
Yes,
like when we
falling
traveled
asleep
before.
and falling asleep on
Yeah,
them. Yes.
yeah.
I didn't get engagement and connection from them. Yet, when they
Nor
are
laughter.
when they are 20-something years old and they're in their whatever career or not, because we have flourished to a point where
They're gonna have a career.
they are
Our kids
minimally working.
Our kids are not gonna not have a career.
I got it.
Way
Yeah,
too busy.
Benjamin wants
They're
to
way too
work
busy
right this
bodies.
second
Right.
at his ripe young age. I think that they're going to be able to look back, just like I talked about my mother, of how she actually used to travel too and give her workshops. I think that they're going to be able to look back and have admiration of, Mom worked really hard, and she instilled good work ethic for us to model. And I see it as I'm sad that I'm leaving them, yet it's also necessary for them to see me going and not stagnant. And not necessarily this is something that they need to do, but this is one aspect of a potential career.
Or like having a career and being able to pursue and live the dream of your childhood. And, and of course, to share the lessons that you've learned and the experience that you have. I mean, they don't know what your talk is exactly about, but they're like, okay, Mom's going to talk about the BBB. That's why I say no. Maybe they know that.
Yeah. Maybe not. But they know that I do brain cancer research. So for them, it's like, my mom's a brain cancer doctor.
Right.
So she's going to go talk about brain cancer.
She's going to go talk about doctoring. That's what she's going to talk about. Yeah, it's the same for me. I think that while it's sad to leave, and to go to work and travel, I appreciate the fact that they're able to see that. And to see like, oh, you're going there, it's somewhere cool. Now the part that bums me out is when they're like, can I come? And I'm just like, no, you have school, or you have this, you have that. Like the timing isn't right. You can't just leave in the middle of the week. So I look forward to when they're older, like in their 18, 19, and if they're like or past their career, where I'm like, oh, I'm going to this city, I'm going to this town,
or even more into a school year where they are able to go.
So it's like, but I think it is good for them to see that, and for us to come back and tell them about the experience and what happened. And I love that about Benjamin. Like whenever we get back, he's like, so how was that? For the most part, most kids will just be like, okay, you're gone. All right, cool. But he's
get
like,
back.
Yeah, he's genuinely
Can you give me this? I need some money.
He's genuinely curious about like what the experience and what happened, and especially with this journey with the movie. Well, I mean, I think every time I travel for work, it's always like, oh, so what happened? How did it go?
We also text them and correspond with them in real time. Say, we won. Like we were selected.
Look what I'm looking at.
Yes. So they are updated in real time.
Like we need to take Evie to Chicago so she can go to the Nutella store.
Yes.
Remember how like she like went crazy?
Yes.
It was like, what? There's a whole store?
Yes.
So we need to make that trip just for the Nutella store. No other reason.
Come on, Chicago.
Not the art museum. Not to visit the Bean. Not to none of that.
Yeah. We speaking of Chicago, I have a friend that contacted me recently, or I contacted them, and they were like, when is the movie showing in Chicago? And I was like, and I looked, and we have applied for one film festival in Chicago. And she's like, all right, come on. And I was like, all right, I'll let you know. Let you know. So.
But yeah, I think it's good for them to see. But I will say that it is sad to leave them, and at least for me, it's more sad because I'm just like, oh, like anything can happen.
Yep.
Anything can happen, and it's like I'm so far away from them. The nightmare for me is them finding out something tragic and they're not able to come to my side immediately. Not necessarily for me, I'm gone, or whatever the situation is, but just for them, because I know that they would just be like, I want to be there. And so having to go through that journey of like, if they were to be taken to wherever I am, to have to sit on a plane with that sadness, to have to ride in a car with that sadness, to have to go to the place with that dread and sadness of whatever reality. That's really the part that makes me bummed out. It's just like, it's not necessarily that I'm leaving them behind, but it's just like, what if I leave them behind for the last time? It got dark real quick, huh?
Yeah, I understand that. I have those feelings too. And what helps to lift me up when I have feelings like that, because I deal with death and dying at the bedside and such, is the importance to know that you love hard, they love hard.
Yeah.
We tell each other often, I love you, I appreciate
it's
you.
always
We
like
give
hugs and
so
embraces.
even
No shortage of that with us.
So even if today is our last day and it is hard to not be able to say goodbye to somebody, I fully understand that. They know and we know that there is love everywhere amongst us. So it wouldn't be a we parted on bad note. It's important, really. And this is just a PSA to all. Just forgive and don't hold grudges, and not necessarily forgive the other person in essence, but have some forgiveness in your own heart and forgive yourself so that you can get over the angst and the grief and so you can just love peacefully and calmly.
Yeah. It's there's no reason to leave this earth without things being said. It's better to leave unburdened. It's definitely better to leave unburdened. And also to not, because for the people that are here, their life will go on.
Yeah.
Their life will go on, and you don't want to leave them feeling like things were unsaid, or that you didn't say I love you, or, that last goodbye, like that episode. So Ben and Evie have been watching, mostly Evie. She's been watching the show Young Sheldon, which is a very funny show. It's a sitcom about this kid who's a boy genius, and
it's a spinoff.
And it's a spinoff of the Big Bang Theory. And we've been watching it with her from time to time, like off and on. And one of the things about the show, which is not a spoiler at all, about the show, is that the father dies. And so because the father dies, it's been the thing that's like slowly building up, where you're just seeing how this man affects the lives of everybody around him. And so Evie and Ben watched the last 2 episodes, and one of them which included the death of the father. So Sadhana and I, where were we? We were out. Yeah, we were out.
Yeah, we had to go to an event.
Yeah, we had to go to an event. And so we got home, and then we were like, oh, let's watch that episode. And so we watched it. And one of the things about the episode is how we take people for granted without realizing we're taking them for granted. That's my interpretation.
Yes.
The father was leaving the morning, very innocuous, and he has a history of heart disease. It was just a typical morning. And he was just leaving.
To go to work.
And he asked the daughter if she needed a ride. She said no, and he was like, okay, see you guys later. And he just left. But towards the end of the episode, he didn't come home. And so the character Sheldon was replaying that morning in his head over and over and over, and rewriting it with him saying, oh, I'll ride with you, or, oh, thanks, Dad, or I'll see you later, or he said something, and what he said is that his biggest regret is that he didn't say anything to him.
Yeah, he didn't say bye. Yet that was his norm. Like that was their dynamic.
That was their dynamic. That was the dynamic of the family. It's like you don't know when your time is up, and you don't know when the time is up for the people around you.
Yeah.
And so what that show demonstrated is like why, at least for me, why something that we do all the time is that we always hug each other. We always say I love you. We always say goodbye, and we always leave each other with at least one last word, so that you're not feeling like I didn't say it enough, or I didn't say goodbye, or I didn't even get to say farewell, or I didn't get to say I didn't get to express. And so we were watching that, and to me it hit a nerve in a way where it was just kind of like, oof, life is short. like it can happen at any moment, because even watching the episode, you don't know what's about to happen. It's not until they get the news that it's just like, oh.
And he had the main character alluded to it in previous episodes.
Oh yeah, all throughout the show he does.
All throughout the show, like, I wish that was when he told us, but something, like it was foreshadowing.
Yeah, like I didn't appreciate this about my dad at the time, and I wish I did before he passed away. And the way it appears is that on the show itself, on The Big Bang Theory, the dad is the butt of the jokes. Yeah. And so in that last episode, it appears that what he's doing is that he's I'm not going to spoil what he's doing, but in the narration of the show, what he's doing is he's telling the truth about who his father was. Yeah. While his dad has been the butt of his jokes, that was his coping mechanism for losing him, because right after the dad died, he left. So he never processed emotionally the death of his father. And that, the show was kind of like a love letter to his dad and his whole family, for all that they meant to him. And so it's a very, very, very cool show. And in terms of watching it with the kids and having them see, how death affects and the importance of saying goodbye, whether it's for a hot second or whether it's forever, is important.
Yeah. I definitely resonated with his let's rework or redo in our head what happened, because that definitely happens after someone passes away. You're like, okay, this is what really happened, yet I wish it happened this way, or try to replay in your head what was all said. That was great writing.
Yeah, and
that was really great.
And for
writing.
him to be like a theoretical physicist, and he's like, I'm looking at all the possible outcomes in other universes.
Yeah, it's like Doctor Strange,
right,
from Marvel, where he's like, all these different timelines.
Right, 6 million, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, like that is definitely the coping mechanism that a lot of us do. It's the blessing that we have of being thinking and creative beings, is that we can rewind time in our minds and and recreate moments as we wish they had occurred.
Yeah. Some people make revisionist history, that stuff that actually didn't happen.
Right.
And sometimes, and in essence, that is a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Like that. No, it didn't happen like that. Nope. We came in, we came out. We didn't see anything. Revisionist history.
It's not until they bump up against reality that it's that it all comes crashing down. But yeah, I appreciated that episode, and whenever I travel, you said that what you find in solace, that's the same thing that I find in solace, and I just tell myself, like, everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's going to be okay. Yeah. And that's the reality of our life and our existence, is that when it's all said and done, everything is gonna be okay. Life goes on, and it's just a process of joy, pain, hurt, healing, harm and recovery, and we just continue on. Just continue on.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you for sharing.
Oh, no, thank you for sharing.
That was screen time.
No, that wasn't screen time.
That was screen time.
No. I need to talk about Diarra. I did my homework assignment. I need to talk about Diarra.
I'm still watching Widow's Bay. It is very good. I'm just going to talk for a short period of time because I haven't finished the whole season.
You don't need to talk about the whole season.
But what I've seen so far, it is very intriguing. It's like, oh, what's going to happen next? What is going to be revealed? What does this one person know that's not telling this other person? So I'm excited to see. I've seen now two episodes. Yeah. I'm excited to see what is to unfold. And the fact that you said that there's a season 2 makes me think that season 1 is going to end on some kind of big reveal, but at the same time, it's going to be like, what does that mean for all the things?
Yeah.
So, but definitely people know a lot more than what they're telling. Like, we're seeing that in solo captioned.
Yeah.
What am I trying to say? When people are alone and they're looking at letters, when a person is looking at a picture, another person is recalling what happened in the past. I'm interested to see what happens when everything comes together.
And this is why I said, like, it's a show that you would like, because it is definitely a show where everything comes together.
That's good. And you don't like those shows where it's like, hold on, but they forgot about this.
I actually like those shows because, like, it leaves it open to interpretation.
That's frustrating. It's okay for a little bit of interpretation, but like if everything gets dropped,
like
that's a problem.
Like the large gaping holes is a problem. The large
and I don't like lulls, and just keep the movie, keep the show, keep the story going. Yeah. I've seen too many shows and movies kind of recently where things have been drawn out, where it's just like, keep the story. Like, I applaud you in being a great storyteller.
Oh, thank you.
On print and on screen, that you keep the story going, because I see that is, I can see that is hard. Yeah. I see that as hard as a storyteller in science. Yeah. That people can drown on about, well, this specific piece of data. No, what does that tell for the story? What do you want people? Right. And so I have to remind myself of that as I'm making a scientific presentation. Yeah. Even a clinical presentation. What's going on with the patient, so that this person can help take care of them with you. You don't want to drone on about all the different nuances. They got a stubbed toe, and what's that have to do with why? I'm asking for your help. So telling a story, you got to be succinct, you got to be detailed, and you got to be factual and engaging, of course.
People want to lose the plot. Like, it's like, as long as you stick to the plot and you keep the story plot driven, and focus on what it is, without deviating too far. It's like, you want to have the pieces of the puzzles connect, so that when the audience leaves, they're not like, so what was this part about? What was that about? Why was this included?
Anyway, so thank you for introducing me to Widow's Bay. I'm excited to see what comes. I don't think I'm going to be able to watch it in the next few days with my travel. Yet excited to get back to it.
You should have downloaded it on your phone.
I thought about that, but I was like, I want to see it on the big screen. On the big screen, I really thought about that.
It really is like a show where, like I said last week, it is not a screen. It's not a second screen show. Yeah. Like, you need to.
And I remembered you said that, and so I was like, oh, I could download it for this. I could bring my computer, and I was like, nah.
There was when you were watching it last night, there was a moment that happened in the show where I was like, oh,
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, like, oh, they brought, that's there.
That's why.
So I was like, oh, it's definitely a show where you are rewarded for the second viewing.
I'm interested to know, one of the questions I have is, they haven't touched base on, so the story is mainly told with the main character of the town's mayor. Yeah. And so I'm interested to know, and his wife passed away. I'm interested to know what she passed away from. What was her story? Because they have not touched base on that. And I feel like that has something to do with all the things. Yeah. So
Widow's Bay is a very, very, very dope show. And another reason why I thought you would enjoy it is because of the dark humor. And like, something I think both of us enjoy this. It's the everyday kind of humor. Yeah. Where it's like, it is something that could actually happen. Like, it's not slapstick. It's not out of character. It's not out of pocket. It's just like, it's something that is funny that happens, and you're just like, but why? and so it's very, it's grounded in reality. You know, it's humor that's grounded in reality. Because the world is filled with interesting characters and interesting people. And when you highlight what makes it interesting and what makes it weird, that's what makes it funny. Yeah. You know, and so Atlanta did a wonderful job at that. Donald Glover's show, Atlanta, it did a really wonderful job at that, because it's like, you're not always going to laugh out loud funny, but if you really look, you're just like, that's funny because I I know that situation, and I feel that awkwardness of that situation. And there was that moment that happened yesterday. I laughed at that same part when the guy was like trying to hammer the door, and the dude walked up to the door and opened it because he didn't hammer it anywhere near the frame of the door. Just perfect. It's just perfect. So it's like so it's just like it's things like that where in everyday life it would not be funny, but because it's highlighted on the screen, you're just like, okay, that's hilarious. So yeah, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised. I'm not surprised.
I'll let you know how it's progressing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm most likely gonna be near you when you're watching it. So. But now, so I finished DR in Detroit. I cut back on my social media time.
Okay.
To watch DR in Detroit.
Okay.
So usually what happens is that, and I cut back on my reading. Usually what happens in the morning and night, I read for about 20-30 minutes, and then I surf social media for about my time limit on my phone is an hour, and so I search for about an hour, and I do work stuff. Like what I always say is I ain't got no business on social media except for my business on social media, and so I just post up stuff. I do engagement. I interact with people that follow me, and so I stopped all of that to watch DR in Detroit, and I was like really having a good time. It is such a fun show. And one of the things I kept saying to you is that while the mystery of it all is intriguing, it's engaging, I appreciate that part of it. I was really enjoying the characters.
Yeah.
Like it just made me go like, it made me feel like I wanted to hang out with these people.
Yeah, the writers did a great job of not only casting, I guess that's not the writers, but really beefing up these characters to have just various character traits, flaws, and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, just funness. Is that a thing? Or they were all engaging.
They're all engaging.
There are a few like smaller characters was like, I don't know why they're here, but
No, I mean even some of the minor characters, I enjoyed their presence too.
They did several roles.
I enjoyed their presence too. But what I will say is that the character of Diarra is so fun because of the way that she's characterized, and in my opinion as a writer, it's a bit of a magic trick, especially that first episode. Like I applaud them for that first episode for introducing the character in this way, because I went into the show not fully recognizing that it was going to be a quote-unquote mystery show in the sense of like a 1940s 30s noir where the guy walks into the room and the woman walks into the room, she's like, my husband is missing, you know. I wasn't expecting that, and it wasn't until the end of the show when the title card came back up, I was like, oh yeah, that is what this is, because again, I was like so fully invested in the character. But what they did is they used her life's tragedy to distract from the fact that she has this brilliant analytical mind that is able to see beyond the surface. And what they did is that they laid the breadcrumbs for who this character is, so that by the time it's revealed, you're like, holy shit. Like, oh snap, like she is really, really good at this. And so from that moment forward, you're just like, oh, let me strap in, because this character is definitely going to solve this mystery. Yeah. And she's going to do it come hell or high water. Yeah. Because
and in her own way.
In her own way. And in her own way, very, very adept at using her resources, very adept at not taking no for an answer, and super vulnerable when she is wrong. Like when she is wrong, her vulnerability is so palpable. That's the reason why I say like I'm more invested in the characters, and it's like,
and her acting ability.
Her, like, she plays the character so well. Like she plays the character so well. So the reason why I say it's a magic trick, what they did is because they start to show off with her as a woman going through a divorce, and all of the baggage and weight that comes from that. And not only the baggage and weight, how it can distract you from every day. I've never gone through a divorce before. I hope I don't ever have to.
Okay. Okay.
But
I second that.
right. And so watching her go through that and go through the tumult of it all and how it affects her life, especially her work life, is a reveal that happens where you're looking at her life through a prism of this woman is not necessarily selfish, but she's somewhat self-centered, and she's focused on her misery and her tragedy, and it's just like what's happening with her.
Yeah.
And so then when the other characters, this is when you allow the characters to provide the exposition. When, for example, the principal, this is spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen the show, when the principal says, what's her nickname, the Captain Do Too Much, something like
Captain
that.
Do Too Much.
Like something in that line. I don't think that's what it is, but whatever her nickname is, they plant these seeds, but you don't see that because it's the storytelling trope of what's wrong, your flight's late?
No, it's fine.
It's the storytelling thing where they say show don't tell, and so they don't show you that she's Captain Do Too Much. They tell you, but then what happens is that when they actually show you, it raises the character up so high where it's like before I was just like, okay, I'm getting to know this person. You're cool. Oh, you're funny. Oh, you're charming. Oh, you have a sense of humor. Oh, you know how to clap back. This is all interesting. But the real point of interest for me is at the end of the episode when she does like you said, the Columbo thing.
Yes.
Where she's piecing together what's happening.
Yes.
Not in the main case of the whole season,
no,
but in this one little girl's life.
Yeah.
You know, and she's piecing together all the little details about what's happening with one of her students. And you're just like, oh. And it's like, and what's interesting is that they show her braiding the little girl's hair. And so you see that caring side of her, but you don't see how deep she cares until she's piecing together what's happening in this little girl's life in a very beautiful mind, murder mystery monk kind of way. Yeah, monk kind of way where it's like, and this and you had this happen and this and that. So tell me, how can I help?
She's the psych of it all.
Right. All those shows. And so like when that happened, it was just like I got chills watching it. I was like, oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful because now it's like I'm seeing the totality of this person. I went from, oh, you are this, you are that, you are this. Okay, I've met this character before. But then it's like, oh no, I'm a black woman. It made me go like, oh, this is all the women in my life. Like they pay more attention than they need to most of the time. And not only that, they will
keep them guessing.
And they will fight. They will fight for what they believe is right. And I was like, oh, I'm invested in this character. I know this woman. I know this woman intimately, and now I want to see her succeed. And it's like, I think that what it does, it pushes back on a lot of characterizations of black women. You know, like for example, her friend. The one that was a neighbor, they're cursing at each other, yelling at each other, she's super ratchet, whatever. It's like, that's the stereotype that we typically see on the screen. But what we don't see is what it lies behind all of that anger, all of that angst. It's like, I am trying to help and
keep my family together.
I'm keeping my family together. I'm doing the most that I can.
Yes.
And you're making it difficult for me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's like you see that in like workplace comedies where it's like, you know, the black woman with the attitude, the black woman with the black woman, and it's like watching Diarra, it's like, oh, the reason why she's extra is because she cares.
Yeah.
It's like it's there's no other reason why. It's because she cares. And so she's going to do what she thinks is right. And she's going to do it all right all the time. Now, one of the cool things about it is that it's her curiosity as well that's just like a itch in the back of her head, you know, in the back of her mind, where she's like, I have to figure out what happened. I have to figure out what happened. And, you know, they crouch it in this thing where she like needs sleep. And the reason why she needs sleep is because she has these, you know, these anxiety things going on in her head. But again, I think the show is so brilliant.
It's masterfully done.
It's so brilliant, and it's done so well. And so I enjoyed it a lot. I will say though that this is one of those shows. You know me. Like I'm like one season I'm good. I will say like it is definitely one of those shows where I'm just like like I'm okay with one season. I think that, and I think the reason why is because I binge watched it. I don't really have the time to do week to week to week. Nor do I have the bandwidth to be like, oh, what night is it? It's not like when we were kids. When we were kids, it'd be like, oh, it's Friday night.
It only comes on that one night.
The new episode of this is out. Like for example, I'm a big fan of the X-Men anime series, and so like the episode drop, I said it. And I completely forgot.
I thought you were watching it.
Well, I wasn't. I completely forgot about it. And if I hadn't been on social media and saw somebody say, I'm trying to dodge X-Men spoilers, I would have been like, it was like, oh yeah, that's right, it is. And so I watched it while eating lunch yesterday. And so I know myself, and it's like that show could definitely fall off for me if it's not in my face, so in all likelihood, seeing how we're talking about it now, the algorithm is going to be like, what's that? You want Diarra from Detroit? I got you.
They'll keep reminding you.
I got you. Right. Or alternatively, you're going to be like, new episode of Diarra.
Right. I'm going to be in my own world. Where's mine? Where's Sam?
Right. In all likelihood, though, I will say that once the season is finished, if I'm not watching it week to week with you, once the season is finished, I'll most likely binge it.
Yeah.
I'll most likely binge it. And I'll binge it if you're like, oh, the new season is good.
Yeah.
What's the show? Reasonable Doubt.
Yes.
We watched one season of that show. We enjoyed that one season.
Yes.
But it wasn't anything that made us go like, we got to go back to it.
Yeah.
I will say that
there are shows just like that.
There are shows. Yeah. It's just like, okay, I got what I needed to get out of it. And people say like people are loving Reasonable Doubt. I think it's on season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's on season.
Different big case that she's in charge of cracking or
right. But this show, what I will say it has going for it is the amazing characters, the fact that it's a mystery-based investigation show, and also, another thing, one of the big things that I appreciate about it, and this is the third thing, is that Detroit is a character in the show. Like, I've never seen The Chi before. I've probably seen a couple episodes, but that show Southside, like they really made Chicago a character in that show.
And they brought in people who are from Detroit to actually like show its beauty. Show what shout
makes
out to
it
Cash Doll.
and so watching Diarra from Detroit, it's like when they say it's from Detroit, like you really get a sense of like, oh, Detroit is this amazing place with amazing people, and like the way they were talking about that wing spot, I was like, if I go to Detroit, I think I want to hit up that wing. I love me some chicken wings. So it was
what up though?
Yeah, right. Shout out to JT who taught us that's the greeting in Detroit. I heard
he said the
other one's where the hoes at.
Where the hoes at.
that's the true greeting. That's what he said, the true greeting. But one is what up though, the other one is where the hoes at. But I did really enjoy the show. That was a really good, strong recommendation. Now I'm back on my regular routine
of reading and writing.
reading and posting.
Butterflies in the sky. Right. We gotta wrap it up.
I know. We're pulling up to the airport right now. Sadhana's about to hop out the plane. This week we're not going to do a parenting score. I'm going to hop out the plane? Yeah, you're going to hop into the plane, I should say.
Got it.
I guess we're not going to do a parenting score because
we talked about parenting and leaving the kids, so that is in essence.
That's the parenting score right there.
Yeah, absconding.
Yeah, absconding is wild.
Thank you so much for taking me to the airport. And thank you all for listening as he drove me safely to my destination to leave my home habitus and go be great somewhere else.
Go be great somewhere else. With that said, Sadhana, have a safe flight.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'll see you when you get back, which is going to be in like 24 hours, a little over 24 hours. Listen, when we go and we come back as fast as we can.
Yep.
Like it takes a lot to keep us.
We got to come back for this 102-year-old birthday party.
I know. We're gonna.
That's a podcast in and of itself.
You know what I'm saying? We should just have her on the podcast
too.
She should just we force her to speak English. Come on, we know you could do it. We know you can do it. For those that don't know, my grandmother is turning 100. Not turning.
She already turned.
On Monday, she turned 102 years old, and so we're celebrating her birthday this coming weekend. Really, all week long.
Yeah.
Celebrating all week long. So, Sadhana, I love you.
I love you.
Have a safe trip.
Thank you. Signing off.
When you get back. For those that are listening, please follow us at Are You a Fan Yet? You can also follow us at First Off Podcast. Visit areyouafanyet.com. You can also visit josephvivens.com. You can follow me at Joseph Vivens on Instagram and Threads. You can follow Sadhana
at Sadhana_Jackson_Vivens at Instagram, and Sadhana Jackson at LinkedIn. And I think that's all I have. Oh, and on YouTube, Sadhana Jackson.
How about that? Oh, I'm also on LinkedIn as well. Joseph Vivens. Wait, are you flying American?
Sure, yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, well, pull right there. Immediate unloading, awaiting. Yes. Coming out like a...
He doesn't care.
He does not care. Thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate it. You almost heard us get into a car accident. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you on the flip side. Peace.